Hello and welcome to Vroom Chat 2024 F1 predictions. This is my second time trying to film this because my phone ran out of memory. I was only a couple of minutes in, so hopefully it doesn't happen again because it doesn't tell you it's going to happen and it doesn't save what you've done so far. So, it's day one of testing. We've already seen a glimpse of what's going to happen this year, and it's going to be shit. So let's just get straight into it. Drivers, champs, predictions. Bit of a theme for P1. All of us except Ian think Max. I have given up on the dream, right now at least, of Charles winning the Drivers' Champ. But Ian has not given up on his dream of Lewis getting title number 8. For P2, we have two Ferraris, Charles for me and Carlos for Stefan. That's Carlos's only appearance on the chart. Finlay a bit more realistic with Lewis in P2. Russell has Lando in P2, and Ian has Max in P2. Into P3, myself and Finlay have both got Lando. Stefan's got Lewis. Russell's gone for an extremely strong P2-3 in the Drivers' Champs for McLaren, and Ian's got my boy Charles in P3. Other than P1, there's a nice little mix of drivers and positions in there, and I think they're all pretty likely. Constructors, first place. Yet again another theme. Russell, I mean, with his exceptionally strong P2, P3 for McLaren, maybe that will come true. But if it's anything like 2023, Max is going to have this thing wrapped up by himself and the rest of us can see it. For P7, Stefan, Ian and Russell have all gone for Williams, as they did in 2023. I personally think that Visa Cash App Racing Bulls are going to be in 7th place. I think that they are basically going to get last year's Red Bull, and Danny Rick and Yuki are going to do pretty decent out of it. I was very tempted to go for Finley's choice, which is Alpine, and I think, P7 we're guessing who's going to be the best of the rubbish cars, but actually Finley, I think, is saying Alpine are going to be shit instead of being a midfielder, and I think that could well happen. So best race of the year, I've gone for flags and names because my knowledge of flags is not very good. So I am saying Belgium. Spa, it's a good track. Every time I try and guess what's going to be a good race, it's impossible. I'm pretty sure 2 years ago, Max won by 14 seconds starting like P13. So maybe it'll be shit. Stefan's gone for China. I was going to say new edition, but the re-edition to the calendar. I can't remember if it's it's not a street track, it's a proper track. And the likes of Matt and Tommy, they think it's of high quality, so hopefully it's a good race. Ian, pretty safe with Silverstone. 2 years in a row it's had a belter, some incredible commentary moments as well. Finlay, controversially, is going for Monaco. I think he specifically said that it would rain a lot and it would be carnage. It rained, in 2022 it rained a lot and it was carnage, and no offence Finlay, it was still shit. And Russell's gone for Japan, Suzuka. It was pretty mayhem. It was mayhem a year or two ago with the mad amount of rain. Worst race of the year. I think for the last 2 years in a row I've guessed that Baku would be the best, and I was miserably wrong. So here we are, worst race. Stefan, American flag, specifically Miami, obviously because it's fucking shit track, shit marina, shit fake water, shit. Correct, I wish I had gone for Miami. Ian, much more sensibly with Monaco for worst race. Who knows? It's a fun weekend, but obviously it's a bad race. Finlay, the opposite of me, thinks Belgium will be the worst race of the year. Maybe so. And Russell's put Barcelona. We've not got Madrid this year. Madrid will be in the near future, but Barcelona. I'm pretty sure Barcelona was really unexciting last year. So, contract, drama, and driver moves. I'm going to read this out to you. So I think Alonso's going to Mercedes. I think that Sainz is going to stake, specifically in Valtteri's seat, and so comes the end of Valtteri's career. His Kimi Räikkönen days are finished. I think Danny Rick's going to RB, Red Bull, not Racing Bulls. And I think both Haas drivers are out. Stefan thinks that Horner and Helmut Marko will be fired. I think we should give you the point if Horner is fired and Helmut Marko dies. Alonso to Mercedes as well, Sainz to stake as well. Checo out, Danny Rick in mid-season specifically. Vettel for new Red Bull principal, that is tasty and I would love to see it. Liam Lawson to V-Carb mid-season, all makes sense, all good suggestions. Ian, Lando approached by Mercedes but too expensive. Mercedes bring in a young driver, Antonelli, is that his name? I think that's who you'd be thinking of. And then Sainz is considered by Red Bull. Finlay says the best of the two V-Carb drivers is going to Red Bull mid-season. So he's not committing to that being Danny Rick, but it'd be very interesting to see if that was Yuki. On the condition that Checo is anything less than third. And then Liam Lawson will go into V-Carb. Russell is saying Perez, Sargent and Joe are out. Carlos is to stake, Alonso to Merck, Bottas to Williams, Danny Rick to Red Bull, and Yuki to Aston Martin. That is a silly season. So, generalised vibes. I think that at least one driver change will happen mid-season, likely Danny to Red Bull. I think Norris will come in P3 in the championship without winning a race. But I do think that Piastri will win a race. I think that Charles will win multiple times, and multiple meaning 2 or more. I think Aston Martin will be back to being shit after they started last season strong and Alonso came P3. And I think Bernie Collins is going to be a team principal. I don't know where. I wonder Alpine maybe, because they are still without a team principal. Stefan's vibes are short-lived. Another shit year. And Max being about a second ahead in testing day one is testament to that. And he thinks Lando will get his first win. Ian thinks that Russell will make a request to be team leader this year. He thinks that specifically in the first race, Russell will ask to overtake Lewis. Thinks Horner's a goner, and that McLaren will challenge for P2 in the Constructors. I like all of them. Vibes for Finlay. Piastri will win a race before Norris. Not saying whether both will in this year. Mercedes will win Constructors due to Red Bull not having a consistent driver lineup. Williams will get a podium. I would love to see Alex Albon in the podium. I would not love to see Logan Sargent, but Alex Albon, yes. And 4 different constructors will win a race. So Red Bull and 3 more. Russell's vibes. Red Bull will be shaky at the start, especially because of Horny Horner. McLaren will be second best team outright, P2 outright. Mercedes will continue to decline, Lewis will get frozen out, and it will not be a happy farewell before he goes to Ferrari. And that Andretti will sue management, using Haas as an example of them being shite and why they would be competitive if they joined. A real nice mix of vibes and guesses there. It's probably going to be another shit year, but we can only hope. So, everyone, enjoy 2024. All the best. Lights out, and away we go!